Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be some other man raising your kid. Got an email here from a viewer. He says, "Hey man, I need your advice. My wife of 10 years left about 6 months ago. We have a 3-year-old son together, and we get about 50-50 time with him. I love him more than life itself, as you should, as a good father. Make sure that you let your son know every single day of his life that you love him and that you are proud of him. That's really fucking super important for his self-esteem." He says, "She told me yesterday that she's seeing someone else, and I don't want her back, but I'm sick thinking about her trying to replace me as his dad. I'm really sad, and I need your advice." Well, I mean, at the end of the day, the relationship that you had with her is over. You said yourself you don't want to get back with her, but there's really nothing you can do about it. The only thing that you can do as your child's father is to be a great dad and to be involved and to be a part of that. And the idea is that the better you can get along with his mother, the better, as opposed to you and her being nasty to each other. Because the more you're nasty to her and the more problems you create in her relationship, and then the more she gets, eventually she's going to fall for some other guy or get into a relationship with another guy. And if you're a constant source of drama and stress in her life because you're worried or insecure or upset about some other dude having father time with your kid, then it's going to create unnecessary problems. It's going to cause her to withdraw and then fight you in the courts, be a pain in the ass. Like when you're supposed to pick your kid up at 5, she shows up at 7 o'clock just purposely to be a pain in the ass. I mean, I see shit like this all the time from people doing this kind of stuff to each other. And so the idea is that, I mean, it's obvious your relationship's over with the wife, and that's fine. But as a man, you got to let that go. You got to let go what happened. And the best thing that you can do for your child is to focus on getting your shit together, to focus on learning the things that I teach in my book and in my videos and the articles on my website, so you can meet a really great woman. Because what your kid needs more than anything is a great, healthy example of a loving relationship between you and your future girlfriend who you have yet to meet. And the reason being is you want your kid to grow up and be able to see, because you can't do anything about what your ex-wife's going to do, whether she's going to get a good guy or not. The only thing that you really have control over is yourself, and the quality of the relationships that you have with women going forward in the future. And so that way, if you can get this part of your life handled and get your shit together and start having really super high quality, loving relationships, the kind of relationship I'm talking about with a woman that knocks your fucking socks off. I'm not talking about just another average pretty girl, because pretty girls are a dime a dozen. Sorry to say that, that's the way it is. But a pretty girl who has a great attitude, who you really like hanging out with, who is actually interesting, who you have stimulating conversations with, those are the kind of women, a woman that, like, when you meet her, she just fucking, like, sucks the air out of the room because she's so hot and so amazing, and plus because she's so into you. That's what you want to present to your child. You want your child to see that you and another woman have a great relationship. So even if your ex-wife ends up getting married or remarried or getting in a relationship with a guy that's a douchebag or a ton of douchebags, you really can't. You don't have any control over that, and it's really none of your business anymore anyways. But if you can be a great sort, because that's what I lacked when I was growing up. My parents had a really lousy relationship, and they're both emotionally fucked up people. And not only that, everybody in my family, on both sides of the family, was cold, emotionless zombies. They had no affection, no I love yous, no hugs, it's just awkward. It's like a bunch of neighbors and roommates hanging out with one another that really had no kind of connection, even though we were all family. It's just an unhealthy, dysfunctional environment that I grew up in. And if you let what's going on here, which is obviously you're upset about this and you worry about some other guy raising your kid, if you focus on that, then it's going to become exactly what you fear most, which is a problem, and you're going to fuck your kid up. But like I said earlier, the best thing that you can do is focus on yourself, get your shit together, and meet a really great gal and have a great relationship. And that way when he's around the two of you, he can see how a man, or he or she, can see how a man is supposed to treat a woman in a relationship. So that way, they grow. Once your child grows up, they have a good, healthy example to emulate. That's the best gift that you can give to your child. It will just, you have no idea the amount of suffering that your child will avoid by presenting to them a great, healthy relationship that they can emulate, that they can model, that they can copy. Something to think about. So if you have a question that you want to ask me, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab, which will be on the left-hand side of your screen, and send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max, and just give me several days to get back to you with a response. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. You can do that by going to my website, click the Products tab, which will be at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. If you want to get a digital version of my Kindle ebook, on my website, underneath the email sign-up box, is a box that has a link that will take you right to the Amazon Kindle download page. Once you get there, if you don't have a Kindle device already, you can download one of their free e-reader apps by clicking the button on the right-hand side to download a free e-reader app for your smartphone, tablet device, or your computer. It only takes a matter of seconds to download and install the app and to complete the purchase of my book. And if you appreciate the value of the information I offer in these video newsletters and articles on my website and my ebook, you can show your appreciation by going to my website and on the Wibbia toolbar, which will be at the bottom of your screen, click the PayPal donate button and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information. And I will talk to you soon.